All right, the trees have all changed colors. The leaves have come down. Last night here in Michigan, the temperature got to below freezing. It's time to winterize our Montana fifth wheel. Now, I've hired folks along the years to do it for me, RV techs. They're pretty expensive. We've taken it to an RV dealer at one time. It's pretty expensive. But for 13 years now, we've been pretty much doing it ourselves. It is not a difficult procedure to do. Just follow the instructions in the manual, the user's manual that came with whatever RV you have. And many of them are the same. The process is the same. I'm going to show you how we winterize our Montana fifth wheel. We got a little bit of a twist this year because we have a washer dryer in the fifth wheel, and that's going to take a couple of extra steps. I'll show you how that works later on. But while the sun is shining and while it's cool and before it gets any colder, it's time to winterize this baby. First step in winterizing your RV is to drain the water heater. So it's pretty simple. Everybody has maybe a slightly different, but if you have a suburban water heater, as we have on this Montana, this is how you do it. If you have a Truma tankless, follow their instructions because it's completely different. But this has a water tank in it. You got to get that out of there. So just remove this cover, this side, and then you need to do a couple things. You want to relieve the pressure, and you just pull that up. You see there's no air pushing it out, just some drips, so that's not bad. And the next thing you want to do is down here. This is the anode rod, and it needs to be loosened. So stop that from dripping. This is a 1 1/16 inch socket, and I don't know how hard this is going to be, but it sometimes takes a little bit of pulling. And you want to push this up counterclockwise. There we go. This removes the anode rod, and you'll see water's going to drain out. Now that is the anode rod.
That looks ugly.
I've had this for 2 years now, and I will probably replace it in the spring, and we'll show you how. What this does is it saves your water tank from all the gunk and stuff that builds up on it. It collects it there. You can see it. I'm going to set this aside for a while, but you can see all the minerals, and it's a mess. Actually, this is probably usable for another year. Not that bad. I've seen them where they actually are just down to this little rod that goes in the middle of it, so that isn't bad. So we want to drain all the water out of there, and it can be a while, and I always do this as well, and that'll help get it out. That is how you drain the water tank. Now I want to show you how we move on to the winterization stuff. So let's open this up. Something else you want to drain is your low point drain. So you just turn these, and you see water now coming out down here. And there's the low point is draining. So I'm just going to leave those all to drain. Earlier today, I drained the fresh water tank, and that is underneath there. That is empty. So I got all the water out of the freshwater tank, and now we're still getting it out on the Suburban heater. This has 16 gallons of water, so it's going to take a little while for that all to come off. Now, a couple of other things. If you look in here, we have some notes. We have, first thing, water heater bypass. We're going to turn that on as soon as it stops. And then the winterization, we're going to turn that on. And up here, freeze guard winterizing system, we're going to hook up a hose to that, and that's how we suck antifreeze into the unit. But first, let's get all the water out of here. Before we get back to the winterizing project, let me first say that this video is sponsored by RV Destinations magazine. Now, I have to tell you, this is one of the most inspiring magazines that Jen and I have ever read. It is all about finding RV destinations. It is so interesting because it inspires you to go to places that you didn't even know should be on your bucket list. We have so thoroughly enjoyed this, whether we're sitting on a beach chair someplace or just lounging inside the fifth wheel or even at home on the sofa. This is like our coffee table magazine. It is filled with just awesome images and pictures and ideas about RV trips that you can take. And it's just something to us. I'm an old print guy, right? Something tactile about touching and holding a magazine than just being able to get lost in all of the beautiful photographs that they have in here. Now, I know some of you are digital people, and we are too. You can get digital versions of this, and even digital versions of, you can download back editions as well. It is so filled with fun reading and ideas of travel that we want to really recommend that you take a look at RV Destinations. It's put out by a great team. The publishers are full-time RVers. They travel themselves, and just the quality of the pictures. It is a beautiful magazine, whether you get it digitally or whether you get it in print, like our favorite version is here. Now, we can save you some money off the cost of a subscription. Just follow the description below, the link in the description below, and you'll be able to take this home and be inspired to find and conquer new places. Your bucket list, I promise, is going to have some new additions if you start reading RV Destinations magazine. Now, here's the tool that I need. This is a short length of hose that I used to have this for my freshwater hose, but I change my hoses out every year, so I just cut off about a 6-foot section here, and I'm going to use this to hook up to the Freeze Guard winterizing system. Let's do that. This just hooks up exactly like you hook up your hose in the for the freshwater hose. All right, so we have put that right in the jug, the hose, and now inside, Jennifer, there she goes, is going to turn on the water pump. Okay. Look at that going down. You got pink?
I've got pink.
We got pink. We might have drained that stuff. Let's check the bathroom. And there's the bathroom. Oh yeah, we got pink. We got pink. I know we got it in the shower. And let's see if we got it in here. Oh yeah. All right. It's that simple. We went through just about a gallon, maybe a gallon and a quarter of antifreeze, and all of the faucets, everything, the plumbing system inside the RV now is all winterized with antifreeze. Now, if I had an ice maker on the refrigerator, it's another matter. You got to do some other stuff if you have an ice maker, but I specifically did not get an ice maker for the refrigerator, just so I didn't have to go through that step because it's a little more complicated. However, for us, we have one more complication, and that is our Splendide Washer and Dryer, combo washer and dryer. Man, I love that thing, and we don't want to break that, so we got to winterize that. Here is our Splendide Washer and Dryer, and here is the instruction manual. Don't ever lose it. And they give you several different ways to winterize the washer dryer. I'm going to follow the one that has us pumping antifreeze through the freshwater system, since that seems to be probably the easiest. So it's pretty simple. The first thing I want to do is make sure that the antifreeze is running through the pump. The pump is on for the for the RV, and then I'm going to have the machine off. I'm going to advance the cycle selector to lightly soiled, and there it is, lightly soiled. And you see that right there? All right. Now I'm going to turn the power on this thing, and the power is on. And then the next step is to make sure it's set for hot. And here's the temperature. It's set for cool right now. I want it for hot. Okay, it's set for hot. We're going to hit the start button and let it run for 1 minute and 45 seconds. Here we go. 1 minute, 45 seconds. All right, it's making some noise. And here's some water going in. It's spinning around a little bit. And then what's going to happen is the drum is going to rotate. All the water inlet valves will be activated for a short period, and there'll be a brief pause of movement. And during that brief moment, I press and hold the power button to turn the power off, which we're doing now. And that's it. That's it. Turned it off, and it's good to go till next spring, or in my case, a month and a half or so when we get down to warmer weather again. We want to use it again. And then you basically run some bleach through it to get rid of any antifreeze, and it should be good to go. All right, we are winterized, and I'm going to put everything away except for my antifreeze. I've got a little bit left here, about 3/4 of a gallon, and this is going to go inside the RV. And what I do with this is, if we go camping, I like to have this. I flush the toilet with this. If if it's too cold to de-winterize it before we get to a warm climate, we can still use the toilet in the bathroom by just flushing the toilet with antifreeze. You just pour antifreeze in the toilet and it works great. So I hope that that helped you as you think about winterizing, if you haven't done so already. But we're done. The total time, once you hook everything up, is maybe 5 minutes. And if you hired an RV tech, some of them charge a couple $100, $300 for it. So you can do this yourself. If you got any questions, you can reach me, Mike, at rvlifestyle.com. Meantime, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you will do us a favor and subscribe to the RV Lifestyle channel right here on YouTube. As Jennifer says, happy trails.